Hello, everyone. Let's see if I can do this right. Trying to pin the link. Let's see. Hope that was the right one. How is everybody tonight? I see Jeff's here. Who else is here? I didn't move the mic. Fish fry. Funny. We got funny people tonight. I don't know. Where's the food? Are we doing barbecue? So it's been a crazy, crazy week. We came up with something new this week. It's a brand new plant pack, and I left my paper in the other room. Go figure. Let's see if I can remember. It's a total of 12 plants for, I forgot the price. I think it's $34.99. 12 plants. They're for the foreground or filling in. Like if you have some bare spots here and there. So it's 6 crypt. You'll get 3 different kinds of crypt, but it's 2 of each kind. So it's a total of 6 crypt, 2 micro sword, 2 dwarf sage, and there's another one. Oh, 2 glossostigma. The stem plant glossostigma, which is only about this big. It's like baby tears. Where we get our plants, they haven't really had baby tears. So we've been switching it and getting the glossostigma because they're both they're small. So it's all small plants, total of 12. So yeah, it's no longer the BOGO that's up. Megan, who is the one that does all this here, she's not been feeling well, so that hasn't been changed. I'm going to try to talk to her tomorrow, see how she's feeling, get her to change that, and for the sale that's going on now. So how is everybody doing? As you can see, the discus tank is doing really, really good. It's filling in very nicely. All the plants are growing in. And the discus they're kind of loving it. They're in there by themselves, just the way they like it. There is a little tiny baby ghost knifefish. He's only about like this big. He's in there with them. He comes out every now and then, pops his little head out when it's time to eat. You know, all the fish love it when it's time to eat. They're all right here in this corner. I don't know if y'all can see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 discus in there, and they're all right here in this corner. So cute. I love them. What's everybody been up to? Well, I know Jeff's in here. Come on, Jeff. Now that the stream started, you don't have anything to say? Oh my man, I was just playing with the fishies here. Here in the pond. I got a giant gourami coming to say hi. Hey Christian, you've been great. Hi Charlene, it's okay that you're new. We like new people. We don't bite. We only do that on Wednesday nights. So yeah, Megan's not been feeling good. So that's why I'm here by myself again. You have a 75-gallon tank with white cloud minnows, zebra danios, neocardina shrimp, and bladder snails. Some rainbow shiners. Oh, I bet that would be pretty. Well, Wednesday night it's on my channel, and Psycho Plant Lady is Random Mischief, and yeah, we have a lot of fun over there. Come on, are you coming out? Ugh. Bella was trying to jump up, couldn't quite get up there. So tonight, I don't know, what's everybody been up to? Besides, I forgot his name. Let me go back up, see what his name is. He set up a 70. Did you set that? Did you just set that up? Burner? How long's your tank been up? We take care of bladder snails and we feed them to the puffer. What you smelling? Huh? What you smelling? See the fishes? Hi, Sergio. How you been doing? How are your tanks? Trying to get this done right again. I don't know how to pin it, but I do know how to put it up there. Are there any tropical fish that don't need a heater in the tank if your home stays at 70 degrees or higher? Let's see, our rainbows we keep pretty high. Our angels are discus. I don't know, would you consider guppies tropical? Probably not. I can't think of any, like, unless somebody here in the chats can. Most of our tanks are set pretty high, above 75. I do know bettas are okay. Guppies, probably mollies and platies would be okay. But like the cichlids, the Oscars, the Wairau, all the rest of them, I would say probably need a heater. Like I wouldn't let them get below 70 degrees. Yeah, goldfish. Goldfish aren't really tropical though, are they? I guess maybe koi. That's, you know. We do have the giant gouramis in the pond with the goldfish. They actually seem to be doing better down there. Now that's the giant gouramis, not the small ones. Neocardina shrimp. I had about 24 of them and now have 0. I put them in my planted 10 gallons and the Galaxy Koi Betta killed half. Yeah, they will eat them. They will. They'll eat the babies. Tank has been set up for 4 months. I had it set up for my grandmom. I also have a pea puffer in a separate tank. Every now and then I remove some of the bladder snails in the tank from my pea puffer. Pea puffers love snails. Then put them in the 4 gallon and that betta killed the rest of the shrimp. Oh my goodness. Water fish. Did I say that? Hey, Pop, you see Bella. Hey, Adam. Bella was feeling left out. She had to jump up and say hi. I meant to say I removed the snails from the 75 gallon and add them in the 45 gallon with the pea puffers. Yes. Yes, the pea puffers will eat like any kind of snail. It's amazing to watch them go after them like that. Are we gonna have another angel night? Adam, you should have been on Random Mischief Wednesday. It was angel night. Like everybody that came up showed their angels. I could look at angels all the time though. I love angel fish. I think I do believe that's what my tank is turning into. Because I took some cardinal tetras home. You Charlie Brown me? No, I won't Charlie Brown you again. I had cardinal tetras. I think that's what they were. Neons. I took neons home and had them with little small angels. And like within days, I looked and my tetras were gone. And it was like a couple days later, I think we were on Random Mischief, and somebody was like, "Yeah, the angels will eat the small tetras." I was like, "Well, too bad I didn't know that before. I wouldn't have put them in there." Yes, it does give it that look, but it also gives it that the macrofauna and all that mess that's needed. The coloration has got great. Oh wow, you got to come up and show that. Come up and show that. I can't. I'd love to see that. Yeah, that's what I go around when I feed the fish here in the mornings. I take the color and growth, and everybody here gets the color and growth. And like the colors are amazing sometimes. pH. Oh, okay. So you're testing your water. We don't test water. I want to say add more plants. Check over on Discord. Are you part of Discord? Have you signed into the Fatherfish Shoal on Discord? If not, go over there. I do know there's people over there that can tell you all about the pH and what to do for it. I'm thinking add plants. The more plants you have, the better. And even though you have smaller tanks, and we have Adam. Hello, Adam.
Hello, I want to show you these colors.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Love that tank.
Oh, thanks. I'll keep it quick. The black one.
Look at that.
Look at the koi color on it.
That is so cool. Oh yeah, he's getting the orange at the top.
But that didn't happen until we started. Well, he's being shy.
Wow.
That didn't happen until we changed the food. All of a sudden, I'm like, wait a minute. It's these beautiful colors on it. And then the big guy, marbles.
Yeah.
They're getting like golder, like really bright.
That is so cool.
So it's the food, I'm telling you, because I didn't change anything else. See how bright it is? It used to be kind of all black, and it's got all this beautiful orange on it. Anyhow, yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, look at that.
Are they both males, or is one a female?
Well, this one was supposed to be a female, but I think they might have made a boo-boo. Because they get along mostly, but then they pest each other a little bit. But I don't know. Maybe somebody can tell me their opinion. But to me, it's got a pretty good hump on its head.
Well, there's also another way where you look at those bottom fins there. Maybe Christian, I know Christian's in the chat. Maybe he can see.
Maybe Christian can tell. I'd love some feedback. That'd be nice. Try to get a good shot.
We use we sell the flake food. That's the food he's talking about. Yeah, I can't wait till the betta babies get big enough to eat the flake food.
They love it, man. I put this food in and they go nuts.
Oh, yeah, they do.
I tell people about it. It's like, man, don't be buying that stuff at the store.
No, the fish here, well, like the Thunderdome where the African cichlids are, as soon as I walk in the room with the tub, because I keep it in a tub, as soon as I walk in the room with the tub and start feeding, they start splashing and everything. I get wet every time I feed the fish here. Like I lift the lid and they're just splashing around waiting for the food.
Yeah, these two are busy pesting each other, and then when I walk up, they forget about each other because they want something.
You're like, ooh, you're looking.
Yeah, that guy's about, from tip to tip, he's probably 7 inches from the top of the dorsal to the bottom of the bottom fin. That's probably about 7 inches. Pretty big.
Wow.
I got him. He was the size of a quarter. Had him like 2 years. But this guy, yeah, I'm trying to figure out his opinion. I'd love to get some feedback. But male to female, but yeah, we love them. But the food's great. Tell everybody.
Great.
I ordered a couple more plants from you guys too, because I have a bare spot over here. I want to right back in here. I want to throw a couple more in.
The sale that we have going on right now, it's for it is the smaller plants. It's a total of 12 plants. It's 6 crypt, 2 microsword, 2 dwarf sage, and 2 of the glossostigma, the stem plant glossostigma. So they have like the rubber band at the bottom. Perfect for like in the front of your tank or if you have bare spots.
Super. Super. Cool. Well, let somebody else jump up. I wanted to show you guys.
Okay, cool. Thanks for coming up. Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, this food's making them happy. Highly recommended.
Yes.
All right.
The fish are happy.
All right. See you later.
Kristen said both your angels have a body shape that makes me think they're both males, but
Mhm.
that's just an educated guess. He has trouble sexing his angels until he can see the breeding tubes.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of that action yet, so I think you might be right. Yeah, they're getting along. So if they don't kill each other, I'm fine with it. But
If you stick a female in there, they might start fighting over her.
I know things get worse the more you do, right?
That just means you need another tank.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, cool. I'm gonna jump off. Thanks.
All right. Thanks for coming up.
All right. Cheers. Bye bye.
Bye. Okay. Yeah. We love looking at angels. Thank you, Christian, for that. Do you recommend selling guppies online? I have some leopard guppies that are reproducing pretty fast. That is the one thing about guppies, they will reproduce very quickly. They are, I think they breed faster than rabbits. I don't know. I mean, if you know how to box them up safely and you do like an overnight shipping, depending on where you're shipping to, you could. I don't know if I would like recommend it unless you know like all the. Some places don't want to ship them. Depends on where you go to try shipping. Yeah, shipping prices can get outrageous. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like overnight shipping from where Christian is to us was like $42. But it was worth it because the Rams got here. They got here safely. They were all alive and they're doing great. So yeah, it's a lot to think about, and it's a lot that goes into shipping fish. And yes, USPS is crazy. Yeah. Yeah, because they don't, here lately, I don't know why, but they have basically stopped shipping on the weekends. Like that's why we went to only shipping plants and animals on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to make sure that you get them in the 2 days, because a lot of places don't deliver on Saturday. Like even the local hub that's right down the road from us, there's nobody there on Saturday or Sunday. I tried to do a UPS overnight to Ohio, and the price was going to be over $200, and 2 day was 87. Yeah, I believe it. I truly believe it. Even though Ohio is like 9 hours from here, yeah, I believe it. FedEx is, I don't think they're much better. Matter of fact, our local FedEx Air is going to be closing in August. That's what I was told. They've been talking about closing for a while. This one here, which means the closest FedEx would be FedEx Ground, and that's still in another state. That's up in Delaware, which Dover is, or Seaford, I think it was, is about an hour from the shop, but it would still, I mean, that's ground. We get our plants through FedEx, which we're going to have to try to switch that over to UPS, and hopefully that's better. But yeah, FedEx Air Express is almost gone. They closed a lot and getting ready to close some more. Hi, Lloyd. So I don't know for anybody that wasn't here earlier when I first came on, see if I can get them to come over. This is the discus tank here that we've been working on. Here's the big red one coming out. And they're doing great. They're loving it. It's a scared one. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. There's 7 in there, but it's looking really good. Well, Megan's in Ohio. Ooh, I missed that comment. What was that? Less than 10 packages a month. Oh, okay. Yeah, we do have a deal on our shipping. So we get our labels through Shippo. They give you better rates. So if you just go to like the UPS, I guess, I don't know, the UPS site to get the labels, yeah, it would probably cost more. Try Shippo. You get discounted rates. Try to pin this link again in case anybody else wants to come up. There we go. There we go. There's the link if anybody else wants to come up. Yeah, and I think it's a free account. Like you can sign up for free, and you just go into Shippo, and then all your orders will go in there. I don't quite know how that works though. Ours goes from the Shopify, and it goes directly over there. As soon as I log into Shippo, all the orders pop up, and they're better prices over there. I don't know if you can see those down there, right there, or the angels here. Some of them. Bella finally got comfortable. I'm glad somebody is. So is there anyone else that wants to come up? Any more questions? If not, while the lights are still on, if Bella will let me get up, how much is shipping on the plant pack? All plants are $20 because it's 2-day. So if we ship them on a Monday, you'll get them Wednesday. It's 2-day shipping. So even though they're like $34.99, it's still $20 shipping. Let me see if I can do this. okay at work. So I don't want to. The big tanks, the lights have gone out. Can't really see them too well. This is what these guys do when I come in the morning with food. They're all right up here near the top. And as soon as I touch this lid, they start splashing. Looks like the angel's in here. There's one. The other one's in the back. Need to add some water to this one.
Community tank. And there's Richard. And come to find out, he's not the troublemaker. These guys were the ones attacking. They attacked one of the Garamis. They're the ones that were attacking everybody. And in here are baby dolphins and baby waru. I don't know if you can see them. We have baby bettas in here. As you can tell, it's green water, so it's nice for them. And back here, you can see how big the babies are getting. All the plants. I don't know if we're going to be able to see the arowana in here. You've got guppies in there, but it doesn't look like he's really eating a whole lot. You gotta make sure this lid is down tight or he jumps out. He was in here and the lid was not flat and he ended up in the tank next to him, which has bettas and mollies. So he was having a good old time swimming around these guys. And then here, like right there, they're going to run and hide now. There's, I forget what they're called. I'll think about it in a minute. We got more babies in here. And in here, I went ahead and made a pack up to show you guys. See if I can do this one-handed. So this is the new pack. It has 6 crypt. You get 2 of each kind. Two of the microsword, 2 of the dwarf sag, and 2 of the glossostigma. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Father Fish brought that in this afternoon. He said, I found something really nice. You're going to like it. Is that amazing or what? This piece is blown glass like this. I can't wait to do something with that. You don't need to see the messy table. But our newest thing we're working on are the terrariums. So we got that size. And we got the smaller size. And our goal is to put a whole bunch of them together. And we're going to have them at Aquashella when we go. Okay. And I'm coming back.
Here we are. Hey, yeah, that was baby dolphins. The fly-through door. Yeah, that was a quick one. I couldn't talk when I was in here because it was doing the echo thing. Baby dolphins. Yes, that was baby dolphins. Someone brought us 100 of them. So we put them in there with the baby Uaru. Right. Wasn't that cool? That was so cool looking. I loved it. And we have chairs.
Hey guys,
Hello, how are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty well. What about you?
I'm here.
So I got some new additions to the tank. No fish, unfortunately, but I do have a Aquarion 55 now. So I've been learning, how to fill up a tank easier because it's like don't fill it too fast, or the silicone, on bigger tanks could, start I don't know, stretching or something. But I got some new additions. It's a Discosoma coral, and my Duncan's back there, but the Discosoma, it's green right now. Let me get a better light for it. I don't know if you can tell, but if you can see, it's slightly green. I don't know if you can tell. There might be a hint of green, but on my side, it's green. It's like really bright green. The Duncan's back there green. I'll have to get a better camera for this, but
Looks blue on here.
I know. This is not the best reef light. I'm gonna have to buy reef lights for $190. $190 for each reef light, so $200. Wow. So,
Yeah, see, now it looks green. When you turn the white light on, it looks green.
well, it's kind of pale right now, but when you get it under like a night crew light, then then you'll see the colors, because night crew is a high-end thing. But I paid $35 for it, just for that mushroom right there. But there's another one right there, and there's a super small one in the back.
Oh, nice.
And it came with a micro brittle star. So, yeah, it was like an inch long in brittle star. They only get about like 7.5 to 1 inch, or like a little bit bigger or something. But they're cleaner. They're like hermit crabs, like these guys right here. And they'll hide into rocks, but at nighttime they'll scavenge around. But yeah, it's coming together a little bit better. But I might give me another coral and then work on the reef tank, or I might just I might buy the wood for the stand, or keep buying wood for the stand, and then put the reef tank on it. And if the reef tank leaks, or the tank at least leaks first, water test, then I'm gonna take out the silicone and then re-silicone it to make it better. because I know that sometimes silicone can be fails, and I don't just want to return the tank. It's a good tank, you know. So like I know how to silicone stuff. I have tools and stuff like that. But yeah, I know you got to have silicone thicker at the bottom, and then at the top you don't need as thick silicone. But I'm still gonna have it as thick all the way through because if I want integrity than just like looks. I just want to have like integrity. I think that's what aquariums are meant to be, really.
It's a work of art,
Yeah.
and you are
Well,
the
I'm-
artist.
Well, I mean, like eventually this tank is coming down, and probably summer. I mean, what month is it? It's April. April, May, June. It's probably June or July. This tank is going down.
Is that when you're getting your bigger one?
I already have the 55. I have sand, and I gotta buy the lids. The lids are $26 each, and Petco stops carrying lids. They phase them out in all the stores. So the only dealer I know is Fishmania right now, and he said he can get any lid or any type of fish equipment, but like as of right now, like he's the only dealer that I know, and it's just a dollar extra when it comes to the lids, and that's not much when it comes to like aquarium lids.
Do you have an angel in there?
A what?
An angel.
No, I do not. These are PJ Cardinals. They're really cool. They're nocturnal. Actually, they're nocturnal and diurnal. They're like semi both. They'll just swim really in one spot. They'll move around, but they'll swim in one spot. I have two of them. I might get more, but they're really cool. I bought them both for $14 each. That's pretty cheap when it comes to saltwater fish, because I've seen some. I saw a tang in a fox face for like $130. So that's pretty darn expensive.
Wow. Yeah, saltwater seems to be really expensive fish. Why would
Yeah.
you do that?
Oh no, I felt like torturing myself, but I'm already addicted to buying corals now. I don't know why. Corals are just so cool to look at. This hot man. I wish I like joined saltwater earlier, but I wish I didn't because it's so darn expensive.
Adam says he is also nocturnal. He has to get up twice a night. I
Well,
guess,
they'll just like scavenge around.
I guess I'm nocturnal then because I don't sleep but maybe 3 hours a night.
Yeah.
I'm up until like 2 in the morning, and then I fall asleep right before my alarm goes off at 5:30.
So there you go. You can see the little coral, one next to it, next to the big one. You can see a little itty bitty one.
Okay.
Yeah. So then you can see like the coral. It looks like it's on a surfboard. Honestly, I don't know how to show you. But like the front is like made like a surfboard, but like I don't know. Like I just bought it that way.
Adam, I am not a vampire.
She doesn't drink blood.
I don't drink blood. I'm vegan. I vegetables and fruit only. That's it.
What, you're vegan? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But yeah, it's definitely turning out the way I want to. So yeah.
That's what
But-
vampires say.
I definitely got to buy more reef rock because this tank is only not even 20 inches. This tank is, since I have the sump here, it's probably, man, it's probably 14-inch, swimming space.
Jeff said buy frags. They're much cheaper.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm
Oh,
doing.
good dog. So I guess Jeff's the first one to pick on you because first he asked you if there was angels in that tag, and now he's calling you a dog.
Oh, okay. So wondering and then insulting. Wow.
Yeah, we were just
I'm confused here, guys.
Coin, who's gonna pick on chairs first?
But I do have the filters ready. Do have the sand. I need the RDI system, and then after that, I need the lights and the lids, and then I'll be set. After I get the stand.
So you
But
gotta
yeah,
get
it's do-
the stand before you can set up your bigger tank.
yeah. But of course, I mean that's generally the requirement when it comes to I don't want it laying on my floor.
No,
That would be pretty bad.
I thought maybe
Um,
you just like hold it up in the corner.
Oh yeah, that would work. Hold it up with my bare hands.
You can hold that much up, right? Oh no, yeah, that's
55
right.
gallons are like 600 pounds, ain't it?
Yeah, you can't hold that much. Gosh.
I mean, I can probably hold 200 pounds. But like
yeah.
600 is a lot. Oh well, there's some green color.
It is.
Yeah, 600 is a lot. So that's a lot of water. But all right, guys, I gotta go eat dinner because it's time
It's
for me to
dinner
eat dinner.
time. It's dinner
It
time,
is dinner
yeah.
time. Yes, it is.
Mama's cracking the whip. She's saying, "Come down for dinner."
Yeah. Or what is it? That triangle thing, I forgot what it is. But yeah, I mean, this thing's gonna be taken down here in a few months, 1 or 2 months, and then be put back up. But of course, a bigger tank. So, yeah. So, I guess this is it
Do
for the
you even
update.
weigh 20 pounds, chairs?
What?
Christian wants to know, do you even weigh 20 pounds?
No, I weigh 140. No. By the way, that is not fat. I
don't
lift
know.
wood. How tall am I? 5'6".
So 140 pounds, 5'6". Oh, you're just a little whippersnapper. I have to look up to you.
I'm 5'6", but that doesn't mean anything because I mean there's some.
5'2".
What? Okay, well I gotta go, guys. All right, bye.
Adam says 140 was 110 pounds ago for you. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not talking weight, but I will tell you I'm only 5'2". And we have Jacob. Hi, Jacob.
How are you all doing?
Good. How are you doing tonight?
Doing good, doing good. It's really clearing up itself in there. I'm getting a lot more jungle val come through again. Look, so here we'll go over here and look. Look at this. Like, I mean, it's coming up through here everywhere.
Oh, wow.
And then it come up right through here, and then look at that. What is that trying to come through there?
I don't know. What is it?
I don't know. It looks like another plant or something. It don't look right.
Wait till it pops through
I don't know.
and see. Was that a flower on top of one of those plants, or was that just the way the leaf was?
What, them thingies?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
see
they're
that,
coming.
that runner at the top of that runner? Is that a flower at the top of it?
Where at?
Right there. Or is that just a leaf?
You talking
No,
about right
up.
here?
Up a little bit. Go up right there. The
Oh,
little
yeah, that's a
skinny-
leaf.
Is that the pennywort? Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple of them right here. They got like 4 or 5, maybe 6 little babies, and then there was like 2 over here. I guess they dug them out. But there's actually a couple back here. There's like three jungle val plants back there. 1, 2, 3. And then the Anubias is, I don't know. I think a lot of it's dying off, but I don't know. It might come back. I don't know. And then that other one I put in back here, it's a stem, It's going up right there, but I think it's dead. I think it's dying because this other one right here is a long one and it died, but it had roots coming out of it. So I tried it and I think it only wanted a little bit of water and then to be on land.
Okay.
Some of them you got to be careful with. I tried it. It didn't work. It failed. So that means it wanted land too, and it was fully aquatic in my tank. And then this little guy's coming up too. And then we got more coming back here. It's getting thick everywhere. They're coming up everywhere. It's doing really good. Look at this. Look at the side view. It's actually crystal clear.
Look at that. You're doing amazing with that tank.
That's crystal clear.
That tank looks great.
I know. I know. Thank y'all. It is. They're down in Clear Spring. They just sent me another video, and the more I keep walking away and coming back, it just seems like the more thicker it just keeps getting with the Bacomba.
Oh, wow.
So I think when I go down here in a couple of days or so, I'm gonna have to, I guess, ask Discord again, maybe, just to make sure when I do go down, just to know how to cut those Bacombas right so that we make them grow again proper when we go to plant them.
Just cut them at the nodes.
At the nodes, that's what it is. Okay, the nodes. Okay.
Yeah. You cut it at the node and replant it.
But this guy's doing really good. He's getting blue back here on his back end. Look at that. Look at those colorizations coming in.
Oh, gorgeous.
I can see the at the store they had more of a deeper pearl scale, like more pearl scale on them, but they're starting to a little bit more on mine, but mine are growing slower, which that's what I want. I don't want to overdo it. I did it before and it wasn't as good. I'd rather watch my fish now just grow up slowly like me, but I know he's healthy, or he or she, very healthy. I got to get more leaves back in it.
Yeah, I was going to say there's something different about your tank there. You
Yeah,
don't
there's
have
too
all
much.
the leaf litter at the bottom.
No, I had to fix it again. See how high it went up? That's because I tried to bury that, and then I put rocks to force it down, and it just looked like it was dying. So I removed the rocks, and I went to look at the root system right there, and the whole systems were gone. Like they looked like pieces of string just pulling apart. So I pulled it up and just let it die in there. So whatever it was, it grew a flower, like not a flower like that, but it kind of looked like the Anubias look. And then the same way with that one that's back there, it grew this one that kind of went up straight, but then it just stopped. And then the others, there's another one that goes this way and this way on it. So whatever they are, I don't know what they are, but it's covered back there. You see the green,
Yeah.
the leaves that way.
Maybe it's
But
going
whatever
through like
and then I was letting these go down a little bit, and then I'm probably gonna put a little bit more sand back here to bring that up just a little bit more. And then move this around and then cover this up right here once this starts breaking down a little bit faster again on me. And then push all this down. And then I'm actually, I believe, from my statistics, my level is like right here and down. So there's about 2. Probably like 5.5. I'm probably at that 5.5 mark again. But that's pretty good.
Yeah. You're doing really good with it.
It's pulling root systems like crazy over here again, which I'm loving it. I just got to get them to come over here a little bit again, but eventually they'll start shooting again. That's why I put this one over here so it can start running some runners, because it's not really. It did before. I just got to get them to come in again over here. But I always see those little wigglers every now and then, more though. Like they'll come up and they'll hide out right between like the mom and the leaf litter that's still above, or they'll just be out in the wide open and then they'll hurry up and go down, or they'll be right over here by like the piece of wood right here, and they like to wiggle a lot. And then if you really look really close, you'll see them multiply. They're either multiplying or they're pooping, because you see these little things just kind of like little lines. They just come right out of it. So I don't know if that's either it producing more or it's just pooping. I don't know, but I get to see that. It's pretty cool.
It is cool. I had someone tell me yesterday that they wanted a fish tank. They're just so peaceful and calming, just to sit and watch the fish when your anxiety gets up. Just sit in front of a fish tank and watch the fish.
Oh yeah, do that. It'll do
It
you
will
good.
just calm you right down.
And then what I did with my last one, that's why I made this a little bit taller. You just take this and you just cut it in half. Do you all have you all ever seen what a modded one looks like? So you know what it actually looks like on the inside? It's actually fairly simple. But you got to do it right or else you mess it up completely. So the
Talking about
inside
cutting
here,
the sponge.
yeah,
Okay.
you basically cut the whole inside. You cut it, you gut it. The whole inside's gone, and then the piece that went in the top part up here, you cut about that much on it, because you're taking a chance. You might miss it, and if you do, you push it in, and now it's stuck in there. You can't get it back out. So you want like that much of a depth for like the little nipple part to be able to put the hose on, which is this. And then it's about that long, and it goes to about right to the tip, which very, very little touches this. And then once you put that on, and then that allows you to hook to the top, and then you shoot your airline back down. But you're basically breaking it, you're destroying it. But it makes it accessible to put an air stone in it. And I have found that that does a way more better job, and it pushes the bubbles out harder, because I don't know, to me I think it does, because it allows you, once you turn your pump on and up all the way, there's a restriction, it seems, if they're the stock setting, when you have to keep taking it apart and cleaning the whole thing out, because it really clogs itself. That's what breaks it down real fast, and then you also lose the circulation of the bubbles coming out of it because it slows that down. It's clogged, but with that air stone in the middle, you never lose that power, even if it gets really clogged. But most of the time, my fish take care of that. I don't really mess with that every now and then, maybe once or twice every 2 weeks or so. Not that often. They're doing really healthy for me, not never doing actually anything and just honestly watching things and just adding sand when the layer gets down a little bit lower, so I'm paying attention. Um, and even when I have gotten fishy smells, I did tell y'all before, I almost panicked. I did. I had my water bucket. I was about to do a water change, and I did not. Something just told me walk away, and I walked away, and I come back, and the smell was already dissipating. It was coming down, which because I removed my pleco that I had for almost probably about 2 years, but she was with me with all my messed up tanks, and then I put her in a system that's flourished with all kinds of microbiology, and I think the longer she stayed in it, it just broke her down really fast because she 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 didn't have nothing built up to be able to keep her healthy in my system. So the longer I kept her in it, she just was breaking down fast, I think. But she remained healthy for the longest time. She just died on me. All even my little pleco, little clown pleco, he was only about an inch, maybe an inch and like 1.125 maybe. He was small. He maybe lasted about the same. I'd say about 2 to 2.5 years. So is that about average for them plecos?
I don't know much about plecos. You can ask someone over in Discord about their lifespan. I don't know much about them. Um, I wish I did. I mean, they're pretty neat little creatures.
Oh yes.
I'm just learning the different fish, and boy, is there lots of fish here. So yeah, plecos is one of the ones that he hasn't reached my list yet, so I don't know much about him. We do have a guy here, MG, is asking about the soil mix. Will the father fish method allow to keep using the same substrate for years without many of the ingredients in this mix? So the reason his soil lasts so long, and the one tank in his office has been up and running for about 26, 27 years without totally breaking it down. It's the ingredients that's in the supplement. So if you have the dirt and stuff that you created, that you mixed in, if I read that right, you didn't use his soil. I have a question about substrate. Father Fish talks about how his soil mix lasts forever, and I think I've heard him say with regular soil, the substrate will last a couple years. Is this absolutely true? Will the Father Fish method allow to keep using the same substrate for years without many of the ingredients in his mix? I did not use the mix he has created, and I'm terrified one day having to replace the soil. So, not knowing exactly what you've used, we have a supplement that consists of numerous items that help keep all the nutrients in it. With that, we add peat moss, black cow, and potting soil. All those combined creates this substrate, this complete soil mix. If you're not using the complete soil mix, but you have other dirts down there, other dirt level, you can still get the supplement. What you can do is get the supplement, You add a little bit of water, not a lot. Put it in ice cube trays and freeze it. Once it's frozen, you can take it with the tweezers and push it down into your dirt. And that will basically, you're making the father fish method that way. I'm pretty sure that they have a list of the ingredients over in Discord for the supplement that will tell you everything that's in it. You can also ask other questions, many questions as you need over in Discord. They're happy to answer all your questions. We're not, as Father Fish says, he's not keeping it a secret. If you want to know what's in it, he's telling you. Like the whole list is over on Discord. And then we have GPZ is saying plecos can live a very long time, years and years.
It might have been the voids that was happening in my tank when it was still young too.
And Lloyd says you can have root tabs in your older soil when you see a slowdown in the rooted plants. So you just use topsoil. That's all you have is topsoil, and you capped it with sand. You can still use the supplement. Get the supplement, add a little bit of water, freeze it, and then the frozen cubes you're going to place underneath your sand level that's in your tank. And I believe there's a formula over there. It tells you how far apart, how many to use depending on your size tank.
Those angelfish love going
Oh, I know.
around and just everything dead. It's amazing. And you want to see what the algae looks like now? It don't look the same no more.
Sure.
I've got more of a different type of algae. It's like the real bubbly, and they like have destroyed everything and just made it to where I don't know. I guess that's because, see, that's the algae that they'll eat. They love that real soft, gushy. They just can't get to it right now. Some of it they can.
So what do you do when they can't get to it? Do you just like push it down where they can?
Yeah, I take my hand and stir up the bugs and then go in and like force it down and like take my hand, and even I showed my friend that's how I remove things. I take my hand or finger and gently just like a friction, but not too hard to where it's like fracturing the stem or the leaf, but
Uh-huh.
just like this, and it usually pushes it all off, and then it'll like eventually just slowly sink, and then they'll go after it like a dog.
Cool.
They love eating that stuff. Dead things. They actually, I feed them dead ants that I get in here sometimes. I get like 20 or 50 flies sometimes because it's an
Yeah.
old farmhouse, and they come in here a lot. So they get fed a lot of live bugs a lot, and they love it. I think that's why they show so much of a great response to me, because I never had my fish ever this active, or when I'm into the room, so aware of, and can basically acknowledge who I am. Like they pretty much, they kind of show like this happiness, I would call it, that like kind of like a joy to entertain, like an entertainment in front of me.
I do believe that fish can recognize you. They can recognize your energy, if not like I don't know what a fish sees, like through their eyes, but they recognize the energy and they know you're the one that feeds them. So yeah, they're gonna get all excited as when you walk in the room.
Oh yes. He's the little runt one, and he's getting a little big. The little one right here, that one, and the other one is the real big one. The other one is bigger than him, but I think they're already maxed out in my tank because 55 is just way too small for them guys.
Thank you, Christian, for posting that Discord link. And yes, the supplement does extend it for. Like I said, that one in his office, the long one. Let's see, it was like 22 years when he first moved here, and that was like 4 years ago, and it's still up and running. So we've taken plants out, put new plants in, put different fish in and out, but yeah, it's been up and running. It's never not had fish in it.
Which one was the one that I seen in the video where Father Fish was talking about he left somebody there at the shop, a well-trusted young man basically, and they had and you all had come back on something about a vacation or something, if I'm remembering the video correctly. And he said something about he didn't just put a little bit of food, he actually like dumped the whole container in, and Father Fish had to fix. Is that the 22-year-old tank that he fixed it and then it still remained the same today? Is that the one?
It might have been. I don't remember that happening here. That might have been at his shop in Florida. I don't know which video you're talking about.
It was an older one. I think it said like at least 12, maybe 10 years ago on the video. So it was definitely an older
Yeah.
one.
He was in Florida then, so that wasn't here.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I was like, oh my goodness. Because he showed the video clip of how bad it looked. I mean, it was pretty bad, to be honest. But he, walked through the steps of what he had to do in order to not completely destroy it, but it was a bad mess. I don't
Like,
know if he's setting losing the fish, but I think the majority of them survived or something.
yeah,
I
it
think
was
it
probably
was
close
pretty
to
interesting.
crashing. Um, GPZ says, Jacob, I believe that was the 20-year-old tank. I remember the story. So yeah, same tank, but it's still up and running. So yeah, he obviously fixed it.
It's a
'Cause I
strong tank.
remember when he drove, he had that tank in the back of the van that he drove from Florida. And I remember that tank being in the back of the van, and it still had the dirt substrate. He still had fish in it. So there was even a little bit of water still in that tank, and he still had fish in that tank when he drove it back to Maryland. So
Wow.
it was running the whole time. Because I was like, there's no way. I was like, why is there water in this tank, right? He goes, well, that's because there's fish in there. I went, no way. He said, yeah, there's still fish in there. He goes, that's why I left the water in there. And yeah, he drove it back to Maryland like that.
So would you have to put like a little mini bubbler in it to transport it if you don't want to take all the water out of this?
Yeah, I know somebody that moved to North Carolina, and that's what she did. She had her fish in a container with a bubbler to keep the water moving and everything. And it took her a couple days to get down there from Delaware. But yeah, that's what she did. She put bubblers in with her fish.
Good. Oh, they're experiencing down in Clear Spring. I told him I think it's honestly because of the breeding, since the dominance of the angelfish came in. Honestly, I thought discus was going to be more dominant, but it's angelfish apparently. But
Oh yeah.
um, they they're actually, I think they're staying smaller than my angels right here, the discus. So I think y'all's right. I think somewhere along the line, I think those discus that my friends have, I think that's why they're slowly one by one. But see, it's not like monthly or bi-monthly. was like once out of like 4 months, about 3 months maybe, probably. And they had that one pass away on them because of the stress, I think, that it took. And I think it's going to continue to keep maybe going down that road because
Yeah.
everything else is staying healthy and growing, but the discus are staying small. So,
Maybe if
uh,
they get like another tank just for the discus. My
uh,
tank that I had at home, I have a 20 tall. So the discus I had in there were small. And I knew once they got to a certain size, I was going to have to bring them back into the shop. But I had 3 of them in there, and they were doing great. And someone had given me a pair of angels, and they were about the same size as the discus. And I got them in there, and before the week was over, those angels came to the shop because they were dominating the discus that were in there. And I'm like, you're not picking on my discus. So I brought the angels in here. But that's also the discus that died when we lost our lights, when our lights went out during that storm. And Moakby said they might be stunted, but it could be they're not growing. Either they're stunted or they're just not getting the food because the angels are getting to it first.
there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 angels. 1, 2, 3, 4 discus. 6 or 8 clown loaches, and about 10 tetras and 2 plecos.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
don't know why.
I would say that the angels are kind of ruling that tank and they're not letting the discus eat. Well, for angels and discus, I think the temperature is like here we have it about 84, 86 for both. So
That's what I'm around. I've got them about
right.
84ish, 85, I think. 84, 85. They're breeding, so they're definitely spawning.
So it wouldn't be the water temperature. It would be I would say it's the angels not letting the discus eat. Christian, thank you for that. I didn't even know that there was a video on that. The ice cube method of adding soil under the established tank. Adding the supplement cubes under the sand.
Other than that, I mean, yes, it's doing amazing.
You're doing
And then
great.
I get a little bit of cyano because I open my window a little bit, but that's right there up here in the corner. You can see it all up in there a little bit. So it comes back every now and then, but it don't bother me. Um, they're getting it down there a little bit, and like I explained to them, I said, "Well, the only way you're all there, all no, that's not." So that's one of the pennywort. Look how good the roots was.
Yeah.
So that must have been a one that was dying, I bet. And it was growing a root system, but one of them ripped it up, I bet. But that's okay. I still got plenty more.
Good. Yeah, get you some more of that leaf litter in there.
Absolutely.
Sitting on the stone.
I love going and get that stuff.
Yeah,
I
now
love
that the
it.
weather's getting warmer, yeah, Father Fish has got the itch. He's got to get out there and get collecting.
And then I was explaining to my friend about it only happens every year, but it's only certain areas. They're called, I learned from a video that I watched as well. They're called the vernal pools. You got to hit the vernal pools too because they contain a lot of microbiology that the tank really will love. I try to look for them as much as I can when I go out. or right after it had rained, and then you find them.
Good tip. Thank you.
I do a lot of the videos that I do a lot of research on and just pay a lot of attention to. I send to my friend. That way, he doesn't get overwhelmed by every single video, but more of the really, really important ones that he's got to understand about everything constantly,
Right.
and it just really helps. It really helps him. He's doing really well. Like I tell him, I'm just so amazed at the success that he's doing because see, a lot of this is it's I'm not there, but he's maintaining it and he's
He's
not
doing a
failing.
really good job.
He is. They're really happy with it. And that's why he already wants to get a pond. He wants to have other tanks. And that's why I think that I have the tanks, maybe set them up down there since I can get them going maybe down there more easier than I can here. Cause we done talked about this and maybe get some breeding going on with some angels, some discus, and maybe whatever else they want to breed because they know how to do it now. So they can start getting the babies to successfully get there from the fry, and then boom, now we got a little fish store. We can pretty much start small and just we can guarantee that we can give people healthy fish from the start, guaranteed. They'll
Yeah.
be coming from a natural system every single time. There won't be nothing wrong with them. Maybe the first few times it probably won't be as successful, but that's how you learn it. And then you get a little bit better and, little things you do and tweak with it to make it come out really successful for you. But a lot of it is just natural because I told them that's what we did. I said, you see how we just put those fish in not even 2 months ago and everything we've done to it, it just triggered them to instantly want to spawn because the environment was able to allow that to happen successfully. It's just they got eaten. There's a lot of other predation that's happening, even with the loaches, anything that's in there, it's protein. They're going to go after that egg. They're not going to let that little baby grow up, basically. So
Yeah.
that's why, in order to have that successful, I think you really do got to get it out of there and get it into its own tank. But you got it now, basically. It's
Yeah.
just now you gotta want to do the breeding now.
GPZ is telling you a nice sword in front of the sponge filter would look great in your tank.
Sword, Amazon swords.
There's different kinds of swords. There's Amazon, Atlasburg, Red Flame. There's a ruffle. A ruffle looks sort of like an Amazon. It just doesn't get as big.
So that red flame, how big is that gonna get? Is that gonna get bushy?
It kind of bushes out at the bottom, and then the way we get it, we get them terrestrial, so they look different once they transform in water.
Okay.
But it has like the leaves turn red and all. It's really pretty.
Wow. Because that's what they have in the 75 as well. Now that you said that, pushing out like on the top layer, but it's just very slowly trying to come up. But they got one in this section, in the middle, right behind the big piece of driftwood, and then right over here on this corner. So I guess they did that one right. They put it more towards mid, but back towards the
Right.
back.
Yeah, some of the swords are like some of them, like the red Reuben, stays on the smaller side, so it's more.
Mhm.
I would put that more in the front, where the
Okay.
red flame and the ruffle, I will put that mid ground. Your marbles, Amazons, and Amazon, you want to put like right directly in the middle because it's going to bush out everywhere. It's going to get really big.
So if I actually would do like an Amazon sword, I would gut all my jungle vow and only probably do about one right there in the middle, right?
If you got a big one, yeah. You could do like medium size, one on each side, one on each end. It would take a while for it to get that big to turn into a mother. Eventually, it would get big and shoot off babies, like Dina's, the one she has in her tank. That one that's behind her.
Yeah.
She's got that great big sword right in the middle of the tank. That's an Amazon.
Oh wow. How long did it take her to get it that big? A few years or months?
I'm not sure when she put that in there. I know she's been waiting a long time for it to have runners. She got really excited when she finally got the runner, and then the runner had babies on it. And I know it's been a few months since the babies popped up on the runner. I want to say maybe 6 months or longer. And now they've gotten to the point where they have the roots, so she can actually pluck them off the runner or cut them off the runner and plant them now.
That's good. That's good.
So yeah.
Cause see, that's what they're worried about. But I just told them to keep letting the plant go. I told them that, from what I understand, a lot of the swords. So is it the majority of the swords? They're just all like a more of a moderate to slow grower, basically. Because that's what they were fearing, because it was melting constantly, and I told them that's part of the process.
Right, that's part of the process. Your leaves, the older leaves are going to melt off or fall off, but that's to make room for new growth. So new fresh leaves will come in, and where one fell off, two might show up. So it's going to get bigger, and it's going to transform the longer it's in water.
Okay. Because it's looking amazing. It's just getting really fat, but very slowly coming up.
Yeah. Swords are your slower. The fastest, I would say, is your stem plants. They're going to grow the fastest.
Hmm.
Your jungle val, stuff like that's going to be next as far as time wise. Because
There's
jungle
about
val
two.
like take over. We put corkscrew, a little bit of corkscrew in some of these tanks, and like 6 months later, we have to go through and pull half of it out.
Mm.
I'm doing my first breeding project, croaking gouramis. Right now, I have the male alone waiting for the eggs to hatch. Oh, cool. Come back and show us. When the eggs hatch. We love seeing the babies. I love seeing the babies.
Yes, yes.
Like just watching all these betta babies in different stages, from the first batch of the all white ones to like the newest ones that are just, you tap the rickia and they fall out of the rickia and then climb back up. It's just amazing watching them. Feels like it's taking forever to watch them, for them to get big.
No, all the times.
Mm-hmm. But the first batch of betta babies, those white ones, they're actually starting to get color in their tails. Like some are blue. They're like a pale blue. It's really pretty. I can't wait.
Can you still believe it? It's coming up on 1.5 years and like 3 months.
Yeah.
Still have yet to put anything foul. I've actually really picked up on this system, like really, really, I think a lot more than I should know, but it's okay because it's really advancing me. Honestly, like to have that actual opportunity to actually show somebody. And I know that when they do start collapsing, I can actually walk them through it and have no, because they did. I mean, they did. They had a lot of wanting to collapse it, wanting to just, but I had to walk them through it, walk them through the frustrations, not knowing what's going on constantly, but I walked them through it. And then once they seen the breeding, that really changed, a lot when they're thinking, because at that point they knew that that tank, something's going very right in it for them to instantly pretty much, start spawning instant within a month to a month and a half. And they spawned. And then they sent me the video of it, and I was like, well, congratulations to y'all, because y'all did it now. Y'all completed everything that you need to complete. You need to watch it grow now. And then, like I showed them, as you watch it grow up, you got to pay attention to the whole environment. Watch. And he says, not many people can watch it like that. But if you can get that opportunity, you know, overlook a lot of everything that's going on, so that the system, will be all right, because all it takes is for somebody to dig. You could be sleeping and the digging can happen, and then you wake up and it wasn't properly sealed or deep enough, and they went down. You're releasing that soul, and it's going to be really, really messy. That's the one thing I never want to ever happen, but I've done a really, really good job, because soon as anything starts, putting about, I'd say almost up to about a half inch, maybe up to 3/4 of an inch, I start putting more sand on top, make it deeper for them, so that the more deeper that it is, they can go a little bit deeper, and I can just walk away and not worry about them being or going too deep, because they're already really deep and they basically feel comfortable at that depth. They're not digging no more. So I just keep going up and up and up, so that they have like a slope to come down in, and they
Ah,
don't dig no more once I do
right.
that. That's why this is up. That's It's like a cut right there. They're really deep down in there.
So
It
Jacob,
goes
there's a
down.
request. There's a request in the chats.
Yes.
Christian says, smile for the camera, Jacob. Everyone wants to put a face to the voice.
I hate the camera. I hate the camera.
I think we all kind of hate the camera. I know I definitely do. I don't like being in front of the camera.
No way. I hate it. I get real shy. Quiet. Quiet cheeks
That's
will get all
okay.
red.
That's okay. One of these days, no worries.
Oh yeah,
No
one of these
pressure.
days
No
it'd be.
pressure. Hey, I'll see your face when you come down, right?
Oh, absolutely. That's another thing we're coming down to this summer. We're gonna see a healthy father fish, and probably will beg my friend to not leave for like 4 or 5, maybe 10 hours. Take the longest we can take up there, because that's gonna be an amazing day.
Oh, it will. We'll make sure we get lots of pictures.
Yes, for real. It's gonna be an awesome day. Cause I'm gonna fall in love with the store. I can't wait to see the ponds,
Right.
all the
You're going to want
plants.
to set up a cot. I'm telling you, you're going to want to set up a bed and say, can I just stay here?
Yes,
We
yes,
get that request all the time. And it's funny because the little sofa that's in here, it was just for, we're on our feet all the time. And we had like nowhere to sit down. And so we finally talked him into getting like a small sofa. And it was like, what if people are like walking around, they want to sit down just to enjoy the fish? That finally got him to agree to buy the sofa. I have actually fallen asleep on that sofa.
my.
And I
It's
think he
probably
has too.
comfortable. But they're the one in Morgansville. I don't know. They don't want to listen to me. But I can help their tank. They're 125. I know
Yeah,
why it's producing too much mom, and they're constantly dosing it. I would say every month to every other week with fertilization liquid, Excel, some other one, Aquarium Co-op, couple of theirs, and the root tabs in the 125. They did it correctly. They did 1 inch aqua soil and then they did 2 inch sand cap. But that's a really, really, really big tank. They should be at a deeper depth than what I'm at. They should be around that 8 inch mark for a big tank like that, because that's why it's going through so much, because it's not deep enough to maintain the activity that's constantly being pumped into the system and the exclusive amount of nutrients that the system's really not gaining. I mean, it's pumping plants, but I can almost 100% guarantee you pull them plants up, and I can almost 100%, I promise you, they probably do not have the root systems that I do,
right.
because pumping liquid fertilizations and the root tab. I mean, the plants are really healthy, but there's no root systems. Even in the when you first buy the plants, they have them in their own little tanks by themselves. No fish, but it shows you what they pump it with. Um, but it has root systems maybe this long, but they're all white. So I remember Father Fish always saying, as long as there's white, that means it's new root system. So it's okay as long as it's got a good root system. And then it just, I put it in my tank within like a day, sometimes 2 days. I already see development that quick, especially out of the jungle valve.
Yeah,
That's a really good plant, that jungle valve. It will take over fast.
it will definitely do that. That's why we're coming up with different plant packs that don't have the jungle valve in it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm tired of looking at it.
Well, it just, I don't know. Even when you put it in another, like, honestly, I tried it in the bigger tank, but their tank was still new, and plus they
Right.
were drowning too much sunlight. So I think that's another reason what killed the first 47 or 48 species of plants that they put in at the beginning. Well, up to a week in the beginning, and then it wiped every single plant out. And then 2 months into it, I showed them about Bacomba, and that was a fast grower. And we tried that, and it was doing okay. And then boom, and that's, I think, when the root systems finally developed and it found the resources it could develop from. And then it started to establish some dominance underneath for a root system like my jungle val did, because their tank is basically being run down by Bacomba. It's just taken over.
Yep, it'll do that. Obi Ralph is
They're deeper. Than, they're slightly deeper than me. They're about. I messed up though. I think I did way too much soil, because my brain. I was thinking we were doing a little bit bigger, which we was, than my 55, and my 55 took exactly one 5 gallon bucket to make, just a little over all but 2 inches, basically. Like, it's like this high down there of soil. It's not 2 inches, but it's at least an inch. It's almost like 2 inches. It's like 1 3/4. And I did two buckets in theirs. And so 10 gallons of mud in a 75 will do almost 3 inches of soil. And that's right around where their tank's sitting. And I think maybe could that be another reason why it stunted everything at the beginning, because it just it was taking so forever to get down to the mud, because they have about all but 3 inches of soil and around 3 to 3.5 of sand. So I'm trying to go longer with the sand as it matures more, but I think I think I overdid it with the soil. I think 3 inches is too much for 75, is it?
I would say so. What we tell everyone, and airbags of soil are measured out for the tank sizes. We say 1 inch of dirt to 2 inches of sand. So you want double the sand that you have dirt. And when you put
Mhm.
your plants in, you push them down 1 inch into the sand, because as you can see, your dirt level is going to rise
Mhm.
into the sand. So the roots will get down into the dirt. Sometimes it takes longer if you have more sand than needed. Just
So
takes
it's the
longer
more
to get there, but
sand
it'll get
than
there.
soil.
You want more sand than soil, because
Hmm.
your soil will come up into the sand. That's why
That,
sometimes you have to add more sand to it. Like when your dirt comes up, when your dirt level comes up and it looks like you have just this little sliver of sand, it's because your dirt level's rising. Um, but when you start out, you want to start with double the sand that you have dirt. And if they didn't put their plants down far enough into the sand, that could be another reason.
see, I left out too. So and they finished out the plant. I think he said something about that he forgot how I showed him how to plant. So he just put it under and then buried it with I think he said just added sand on top of it. And I
Yeah,
told him you had to go down a little bit with it, like about I go about like at the bottom of my finger. I'll go
yeah,
about like this far up on it, if not maybe just a little bit deeper, and
yeah,
then I'll just kind of bring it out like I'm gonna plant a plant out in my garden. Bring it under and then kind of fold it under it and pat it down a little bit, and then put a little bit extra around it, pat it down, kind of give it a little bit more better secure on it. But I don't know, and then they end up doing crap like this, and then they dig.
oh yes, they will.
So that's why I give it that little extra so that it can take that little bit of. I think they go down there and find food. I think that's what it is. They keep going down because they find the food.
Yeah, some of these fish are diggers.
The loaches are, they'll
Yeah,
dig, especially when they like to. I call it playing around. I think because I taught them a little bit of the circle thingies, but sometimes I think those are actually all males that I have because they'll corner each other in a circle, and you'll see their little mouths open, and it looks like they're like running their lips to each other, basically, and then they like real fast like push each other like in a circle, and then they'll jam each other up into the corner, and they'll fight over the little spot right under here. I think they're fighting what they're doing because it's males. I think because I don't know how you sex the loaches.
I have no idea.
But their little mouths, there's one of the bigger ones. I like how their little mouths open up like a little, they kind of look like a little Cory cat mouth, like a little catfish, I guess. They have the little whiskers right there underneath of their little mouth, and they open it up, and they, they do all right. Um, my shark every now and then, there's a little bit of aggression, but everything already dealt with the major aggression from them. So I think that's why they're just dealing with his little bit of oh, what do you call it? When somebody just slightly gets out of hand and then you just walk away from it. That's what he does. The little shark. He likes the. He'll just be swimming, and next thing you know, real fast and chase someone, and then he'll hurry up, run, and dart back behind here because I guess because he thinks his buddies will save him, the loaches, and then he hurries up back out sometimes and does it again, and then runs back in. So this is his. This is that little piece of driftwood is the loaches and the shark safe spot. They all
Oh,
cram back to the corner.
that's funny. And William says, "Hey, Father Fish, my electric blue Acara pair spawned again, and I have wigglers. Getting ready to put the wigglers in my fluval breeding box hanging on the front of my tank. They keep going after my regular blue Acara. Wow, more babies. That's awesome. That's amazing. We love it when the fish have babies. I love looking at the babies. Maybe it's just me. Um, I'm sitting here next to the pond, and I have these giant gouramis are coming up looking at me.
Yeah, let me get off here so you can show that, Brenda. I want to see
You want
that.
to share
I'll,
that?
I'll come back up Wednesday and see y'all again, but I'm gonna get off here so I want to watch these. I love looking at all the father fish's fishies.
Okay.
Well, y'all have a great night, and thank y'all again for letting me come up and show off the
Oh,
tank.
thanks for coming up. Let me see. I gotta
Hmm.
get back on here now. I know what I
All
need
right.
to pin the link again. I couldn't find it. And you caught me. There we go. B. There we go.
There we go.
Okay, I'm back. I'll switch. I'm a young person, 33. I'm just shy. Oh, that's okay. No problem. That was the mouse. It went in the pond. Yeah, that is normal. Yes, they're always looking for food. But I was sitting here and they were just like coming up and just watching me. I stuck my hand in there and then they all came up. I think that one is a red devil in there. He had like red on his fin and on his back fin. And I'm like, I don't know your temperament there, buddy. But he was coming up to see what was going on. So, yeah, that was really fun. Yeah, I can't use the mouse now. It's going to have to dry out. Hopefully I didn't ruin it. Yeah, that's like the center spot. The pond is like everybody gravitates to the pond. Yeah, I wasn't gonna let them bite my finger. They probably think it's food. Of course, when I do put food in there, put my whole hand in there with the food, like I'll have a handful of the flake and just stick my whole arm in there. And yeah, they know when it's food. They come rushing up to get the food. That's why I was like, I'm surprised. I'm like the only one that has not been bit in this shop. Like even by Richard, just feeding all of them. Like I have not been bit by any of them. And I hope not to. You know, I can't imagine why, that they would feel too good. The gouramis. Oh yeah, the brine shrimp. We feed the guppies and the babies, and I don't know, they're itty bitty tiny fish. I don't know what they're called that Father Fish has in his big tank, the old one. But yeah, I feed them brine shrimp too. And they love it. They go nuts. I gotta mix something. Yes, I'm squinting, and my glasses are on top of my head, but I'm still squinting. Yeah, that's me. That's what I do. I'll be on the phone talking and looking for my phone at the same time. I do that quite often. So, it is now 8 o'clock. Actually, it's past 8 o'clock. So that is our time for tonight. Come back on Tuesday night at 7 for Father Fish. Come back Wednesday at 7 for Psycho Plant Lady and me on air channels for Random Mischief. And what else? Check out the new plant sale. If you have just like bare patches that you want to fill in, or for your foreground area, it's the foreground pack. It is $34.95 or $34.99. One of them, I don't remember which. And it's 12 plants, small plants, so you get 6 crypt, 2 of the glossostigma, 2 dwarf sage, and 2 microsword. So that is the sale going on now. And y'all have a great night. Thanks for showing up. I had a great time. I love seeing all the tanks. I wish more people had come up to show their tanks, but that's okay. Come up Wednesday night and show your tanks on Random Mischief. And I guess that's it. So bye for now, and we'll see you next time. Thanks y'all for showing up. Did it end? It didn't end. Why did it not end? End stream.